What's poppin' birds? Pop Eagles back in this, and welcome back to another Stormbound video. And in today's Stormbound video, we're going to be going over Sheepyard's very first update to the game. So as you all probably know at this point, the update came out today, July 21st. And for starters, they said they're going to be giving out some rubies and some compensation coins for all the things that they changed and all that. So here we go. We're just going through some stuff right now. I guess I didn't use... Oh, okay, hold on. This might take a little while. So basically, what they said was, they're giving you coins for all the cards that they changed and the levels that they were at. So, obviously I'm receiving various sums of fusion stones and coins. So, I have on my other monitor here all the changes, and we're just going to be going through the collection and looking at exactly what happened to all the cards. All this information is available on the Stormbound Kitty website, which I will link in the description below. But I will be going over all of it anyways. If you want to see the unabridged version, you can go look on the website. Jeez, there's a lot of stuff. These are probably from all the elders. I never used them. Okay, so here we go. We have the aged Duskbringers. Now, what they used to have their strength and ability one up from whatever it was. So they used to have randomly give 5 strength to another unit and have 5 strength themselves. Obviously now they've been reduced by 1 at all levels, so now their cap is 9 instead of 10. I never really used this card. As you can see, they're level 1 for me. I never collected many copies of them anyways, so this really isn't going to affect me, but I'm sure some people definitely liked it. Now, the next change is to Beards of Crowglyph. All they did here was they made the mana cost go 1 up. I briefly used Beards of Crowglyph in a meme deck that I made on stream like yesterday. But besides that, I didn't really use them at all either. So once again, this card is really strong, or was. I'm not sure how this is going to change it, because I didn't really end up using the elders. I knew they were really good in equals, and they're honestly banned from most tournaments, so whatever, we'll see how that happens. Now, the next thing is Prime Oracle Brogda. That stupid... here she is, Prime Oracle Brogda. Now, this card is broken, and I don't care what you say, it's overpowered. Now what they did to try to help it out is decrease its strength. As its ability increases the strength of all weaker friendly units to be the same as this card, decreasing it by 1 maybe will help, but even so, it's still super strong. This card sucks, I hate it. Alright, now, on to the next one. Blood Ministers. This is not an elder. I'm confused as to why they did this. They made it so that the Blood Ministers have reduced strength by 2 at all levels. So, personally, I found the Blood Ministers to be a really strong card. Now, that doesn't mean overpowered. I just found them to be really strong. They can be really useful, especially when played in the right situations. By reducing their strength, it seems like they want to force it into a more only control kind of thing and not put down a decently strong unit when, when you place it. As you can see, the ability has remained the same, so it seems like they're trying to push the more control archetype for this card. Now next we have Hairy Chestnuts. These guys are also busted. I lose to these guys on stream, on the ladder, in friendlies, all the time. They're just so strong. Now this nerf I really appreciate. They decreased their strength by 2 at all levels. So at max they now have 13 instead of 15. And obviously in the lower levels, it's reduced by quite a substantial amount. So I'm really happy with this one. I don't like these guys. Now, big nerfs to Swarm. Firstly, we have... Where is it? There it is. Queen of Herds. Queen of Herds now costs 7 mana. It used to cost 6. And you can only play common or rare satyrs. Now, this is a big deal, because as you know, one of the most broken combos in the whole game was Queen of Herds spawning Bucks of Wasteland. But as you'll see, Bucks of Wasteland are epic, so the Queen of Herds can no longer spawn them. Also, additionally, something that could be interesting in the future, you can now put Restless Goats in a deck with Queen of Herds because these guys are epic, and obviously Queen of Herds won't spawn them, so that's pretty interesting. I'm not sure how that will turn out in the future, but that's something you can do. Additionally, Herald's Hymn now costs 7 instead of 6. This is pretty crushing to most Swarm Rush decks, as I kind of rely on this sometimes to get their kill really early on. Upping the mana curve like this basically means you have to wait for more turns or have a really good setup in order to use it as a kill move. Personally, I probably would have increased the mana cost and then maybe helped the ability out a little bit, but that didn't happen. So right now, this is pretty darn nerfed. Back to Bucks of Wasteland, they had their strength decreased by 1 at all levels. So, I mean, this is a fine nerf, I guess. But that's not really what needed to be changed. This card is just so strong in general, it's ridiculous. So Winter's Pack Up hit pretty hard on the list, starting with Frozen Core. Frozen Core has its strength and ability decreased by 1 at all levels. What a freaking meme! My Frozen Core used to be so proud and strong, and now it will never ever gain 3 mana ever again. Now this is pretty crushing. This card, this card just got destroyed. It used to be so good, and now it is not. Now let's go to my favorite one. I cannot contain my excitement. Rockworkers no longer move. They finally got nerfed. Although, all seriousness, I wish they did more. I feel like they really should reduce the strength on these guys by 1. Like, are you kidding? It's still 14 strength for 5 mana. Like, come on, man. That's still insane. The value's still there. I guess it's a start in the right direction. I'm going to have to complain for another actual year before Rockworkers get nerfed again, I'm assuming. Please, Sheepyard. If you're not going to listen to me on anything else, listen to me here. Please nerf them. Reduce their strength and ability by 1 at all levels. Please. Gift of the Wise now costs 1 more. I don't really see this as too big of a nerf. I mean, obviously you have to play it later now, but at the same time, I mean, it's fine, I guess. This isn't super big, but it definitely hurts. Like, especially on level 1, you're only getting 1 extra mana for the turn. Really not that good. Finally, we've got Earthfathers here. Now, what happened to them is they had their strength decreased by 1 at all levels and regenerate. They regenerate 3 strength here, 3 strength here, 3 strength here. It used to be 4. 4 strength here used to be 5, and 4 here down from 6. So basically, leveling them up doesn't do too much. In equals, they're still really strong equals. Like what? Yeah, they're really good. But leveling them up makes them worse. So they're gonna be worse in the latter faux show. Now, there are only a few buffs. Sheepyard definitely went with the make everything suck so some things get better kind of mentality here. But we have a few buffs. 1 to something I didn't really think needed a lot of buffing. They buffed Confinement, actually. It costs 3 mana at all levels, down from 4 at level 1 to 3, and reduces the strength to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Because the skip between level 2 and 3, I believe, used to reduce the mana instead of the strength of the target. Like, that's what the upgrade did, so they kind of changed that. Now, something which is going to be super good, they made Execution do 1 more damage at all levels. Now, this is pretty important, because if you think about this, all structures and equals can now be one-shot by the Execution. This is going to make Execution a super good card in tournaments, as well as any equals levels matches. And also, the level 5 one now certainly is pretty darn good. Okay, so we have a few more things. Fluffy Bad Boxers got buffed. This will actually segue us into what they did with Confusion. So, first of all, Fluffy Bad Boxers cost 5 mana at all levels, down from 6. Nobody's still going to use them. Actually, I might have to just for the culture, but whatever. Now, they fixed the Confusion mechanic. I put fixed in quotes. So, basically, I'm gonna get an abridged version. The actual explanation is on Kitty's website. It's super confusing and really stupid. Basically, Confusion, for some reason, used to have a good chance for the unit to still move forwards, and then would have all these different chances to move the other places on the board. But it still had the most... It was most likely that the unit would move forward, so that's why everybody thought it still sucked. Basically, what Sheepyard did is it has a 1/3 chance to basically move anywhere, an equal chance to move anywhere. So hopefully it will be more effective. But that's, you know, I don't know. We'll see how that works. Now, closing off, they have a few little extra things. They added some matchmaking tweaks, as they put it. They put caps on base health. Basically, diamond now obviously capped at 20, platinum is capped at 17, gold is capped at 14, silver is 12, bronze is 11, and iron is 10. So what this means is if you are in, let's say, silver, whose health is capped at 12, and you have 13 or 14 base health, your base health will be represented as 12 to kind of make it more fair. As I said in my other video on the preview of the update, I don't think this is going to do anything, because base health more or less is just a representation of the levels of the cards in your deck, and I haven't really seen a big situation where base health is the reason somebody won. Usually it's just because they have level 5 cards and you have level 2 cards and you lose. They might have a level 20 base they might have a level 20 base, but if you never hit it, it doesn't really matter. So I don't think this is going to really do that much. We'll see, I guess. Anyways, that is the Stormbound update. We went over a lot of stuff. Certainly, like I said, you can go in the description below to find the unabridged version if you'd like. Anyways, this has some pretty good implications for the game. I'm glad they nerfed elders. I'm glad they gave Rockworkers a tiny nerf. It's just so I'm glad they kind of fixed Bucks of the Wasteland and Queen of Herds. Obviously, this is Sheepyard's first little interaction with the game, so we'll see how these changes actually affect how the game is played. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like. It'd be cool if you leave a comment, and it'd be super if you'd subscribe. See you guys next time.